This morning at 3 a.m., my wife and I were awoken to the sound of a running car engine, and that car happened to be smashed up against the front of my barn. And inside was a driver passed out in the front seat, and I go out, and I didn't know if there were other people involved in this or not. Maybe somebody was doing something to my livestock. I had no idea. Went out with a loaded shotgun, and this person was completely passed out in the driver's seat, to which I tried to get his attention and couldn't, so I fired the gun off in the air. He woke up and tried to leave, which I coerced him into staying with the barrel of the gun being right up against the window, and told him to turn the vehicle off and stay where he was at after he damaged my property. This person was an illegal alien, no driver's license, no insurance, in a car that was a complete wreck and had no business being on the road. He was totally intoxicated, and from 3 o'clock this morning until to now, I am one mad little son of a gun.
Well, you're just part of a dozen American citizens who are killed. You're just fortunate that this drunk driving illegal alien crashed into your barn and not into your house and wiped you out.
You know, the thing is, Frosty, that made me so mad is that this person tried to leave, and for some strange reason, I can't understand what it was, I induced him with the fear of God that if he moved 1 inch, there might be an alteration as to how he lived the rest of his life if he did. And until the police came, and I want to say thanks to the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Office. They had not one but two officers show up almost immediately. But the fact is, here was a case where my property is damaged. I had to stand outside from 3 o'clock in the morning until roughly about 4:30 or so, taking care of this mess, and we shouldn't have to go through this. This person should have never been behind the wheel of an automobile.
That's right. Well, he should also not have been inside of this country.
Absolutely.
There are laws that allow 1 million legal immigrants every year into this country, have been doing that since 1965, and unfortunately, there are those millions and millions who come in here illegally, and unfortunately, they bring their culture and their mores, in other words, their drinking habits, and their lack of responsibility, personal responsibility, and lack of appreciation for the rule of law, and you simply are starting to see more and more of that.
Can have IDs, and they can have driver's licenses, and they can be on our roads. This vehicle that slammed into my barn this morning was a vehicle that should have been condemned. It had no door handles. It was a complete wreck, and the person was so drunk behind the wheel that he couldn't even hold his head up. And then he tried to get away, but that wasn't going to happen. What I'm saying is, this is a person that didn't have any ID. He was not a citizen of this country. He absolutely couldn't speak any English. He had no business being here, and he had no business damaging my property. And somebody might criticize me for the actions that I took as far as restraining this person, but you know, I don't back water. I don't apologize. I would do it again in a heartbeat. These people are coming in. They do not belong here, and the law needs to be followed, for heck's sake. I'm just very upset about this, that there would even be an inference that we would give IDs as far as driver's licenses, that we would even provide the privilege of getting behind the wheel.
On this deal with this Mexican that was illegal that was in your yard, can you be able to keep a track of him and find out where he ends up? Will they actually deport this sucker, or what?
Well, believe me, as soon as this phone is over and this program has ended, I guarantee you, my dear friend Randy, I'm going to be doing some more checking on this.